Today is the day we are going to create our first Momento project. We are going to make this super cute cutout tote bag from vinyl, and this pattern is in the My Sew Net, so you can download it and create it on your Momento too. Today I'm going to show you how to get a design out of My Sew Net, how to get it into the software, which is free. Anybody can go download it from the My Sew Net right now and check it out. You don't have to have any special type of subscription. And then we're going to set up our giant 24 by 24 mat with our vinyl fabric, and we're going to go over how the cutting works and how the machine really works. And then we're going to sew it up and we're going to have an awesome custom-made tote bag. And today I'm going to be using this super cool red vinyl. I don't know about you, but it reminds me of a pizza parlor, and I sure do love pizza. It's making me hungry. So first thing we want to do is find our design in the My Sew Net. So I have the tote bag here pulled up, and they're calling it a vinyl handbag. So if you're searching for it, it's called the vinyl handbag. So on the screen, you're also going to notice that it has instructions. So you can download these PDF instructions here, and it is going to walk you through all the supplies you need for it, what size of mat you need, very specific fabric you need. And here they want a double-sided vinyl. I'm using a single-sided today though, you know, I like to break the rules a little bit. And it's going to walk you through the instructions here for cutting it and sewing it together. So that's really nice that you have these instructions in here, plus the project file. So now what we need to do is download that project file, and we are going to send it over to our software. So we're going to hit the send button here, and we're going to send this to the app here, which is going to open up. So it's called the My Sew Net crafting software. So that is going to open up for you, and then you're going to have that on the screen. Looks like I already have it open though, so we're going to delete that file layer. And you can see here on the screen that I have both sides of the tote bag laid out, and I have my straps there. So this is the file that we need to send to our Momento. So now that we have it pulled up on the screen, we are ready to send it to the Momento. So let's do it. So I'm going to select the print icon on the upper right. You can see my machine name right here. We call it Iggy for Iggy Pop because it's full of raw power. And now what we're going to do is hit send to machine. You're going to have a little prepare project dialog box that pops up, and you need to select the size mat you're using so it knows. And we are using the 24 by 24 today, so I'm going to select that, and then I'm going to click next. And now you're going to select what kind of material. We have another pop-up here. So all materials. So we want to go ahead and select fabric. Even though there's a vinyl option there, that vinyl is really for that thin vinyl that maybe you're going to put on a coffee cup or a plate or something like that, maybe a t-shirt. So make sure you're selecting fabric for this one. And then you have different fabric options here that are going to pop up. We are going to choose the heavy fabrics and then hit continue. And now in this screen, it's just going to confirm everything with you. It says craft project at the top. So now here in the craft project screen, it's showing us our mat size and our fabric size. If you want to flip it for reverse cutting, we are not going to select that. We do not arrange, so we're going to move it to the top here. We are going to leave it laid out just how it is, so we don't want it to rearrange it. So we're not going to click that. And now what we can do is hit next. And now we have another screen that's just popped up, and it says load mat / material. So it is showing you exactly where you need to line it up so you don't have any accidents with it. Okay, so you're going to notice that we've got that little green arrow pointing up in the corner. So when we put this in the machine, we need to put it in the machine on this corner here, not that side. So right where your cutters are is where the mat is going to go in. So right now we're on the screen that says load mat / material. So right now we need to go ahead and prep our mat with the fabric. So let's go prep our mat with the fabric. So I've laid out my project for the 24 by 24 mat. So I've got my giant mat here, and we are using the strong grip mat for the vinyl here. So I'm going to cut out a piece of vinyl 24 by 24. I have my vinyl cut out, and now it's time to stick it to the mat. So in order to get it to stick to the mat, we're going to remove this piece of film that's on here. Now don't throw this out. You're going to want to keep it to put it back on top of it after. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to work from one end to the other, getting this vinyl to lay on here smoothly. So I'm going to roll this up a little bit. And now we want to get it to start fairly even so it's easier for us throughout this. Go ahead, give it a good press, and work your way all the way down this big piece of vinyl. So now I have my vinyl on here covering up the entire surface area that I'm going to have my design on. So it is off a little bit at the end, and if that happens to you, that's okay, as long as your design isn't going to be there. My design's not going to be over there, so we're okay. Next, for this project, we're going to use some painter's tape, and we're going to tape down the edges. So you might be wondering, why am I doing this? Well, it says to in the instructions, and I'm assuming it's because our fabric is thick and it might want to move on us. So we are going to make sure it absolutely does not move by taping down the sides. Now that it's all taped up, it's time to put it in the machine and cut out our bag. So we have our vinyl on our mat, and now it's time to cut it out. But we have a few more screens to run through on our computer before it will actually start cutting. So now we're on our load mat screen. So it's telling us exactly how to load it in. So we are going to load it in the upper left-hand corner. So we have it loaded right here where we want it. And you want to make sure when it goes in, it is nice and straight. So now we have the mat over at the machine. Everything's nice and propped. And we've got it in our little slots on the side. And now we're going to hit load mat. Now that our mat is loaded, we can go through a few more screens on our computer. There's a few more prompts there for you, and it's going to walk us right through the steps. It's so easy. Now the insert tool screen is up, and it's going to tell you what tools you need to insert for your project that you're using. So for us, it wants the rotary blade, and I already have the rotary blade here in position. So we're done with that one. This is also the screen where you're going to put in the force and the speed. Now I've already tested mine out, so I know exactly what numbers I need to put in there. I'm going to be putting in 1100 for the pressure and 400 for the speed. So mine's suggesting 1250 for the force and 400 for the speed. But I tested this out earlier and I want to adjust my numbers a little bit. So I'm going to be using 1100 for the force, and I'm going to keep 400 for the speed. You always want to make sure that you're double checking your pressures and your speeds. I always like to take a scrap and I put it in there and I come up with a little test project using that same fabric. So that way I can really test out the pressures and the speeds. Now we're going to click continue, and it's sending it to the cutting machine. So now we're going to click start, and it is going to cut out our bag for us. Ooh, look at it. It's cutting. How cool. All done. Wasn't that amazing? I love watching it cut out. It is just so cool. So now I'm going to take my mat over to the cutting table and we are going to remove our pieces. Okay, so I'm going to peel away the outside first. Ooh, it's coming alive. Look at this, you guys. Oh my gosh, do you know what we are left with here? These here are our purse pieces. And now it's gonna look so cool because our intricate cutout design is inside of here, and you're gonna see what happens when I peel it back. Look at it. Ah, so cool. So here is our purse design, those cut out pieces. I can see you. And then we have the little extra bits stuck to the mat. Now that I have both of the bag pieces peeled off, it's time to peel off those straps. So we have 4 strap pieces to peel off. 2 of them have little triangles on the end, and then 2 of them are just long rectangles. Memento has cut everything out for us. Let's check out our pieces. So we got everything cut out. These here are going to be the outside of our bag, and then these 4 pieces here are going to be our straps. We also need to cut out one more piece. So I took a look at the instructions, and it says that we need to cut out a piece for the lining because we don't want all of our things falling out of the holes in our bag. And now it's time to sew. Let's put this bag together. My first step is going to be sewing together the bottom of the bag. So I'm going to flip these right sides together and I'm going to create a seam right along this straight edge. I have my Teflon foot on, and I also have my dual feed engaged, basically like a walking foot, so that way it's going to sew real nice over the vinyl. And then I'm going to iron open the seam. That's right, you can iron vinyl. I'll show you how. If you have a Teflon plate for your iron, you want to put this on your iron so that way you don't melt the vinyl to the bottom of your iron. If you have the Teflon plate, you can just use this directly on the vinyl. If you don't, you really want to make sure that you have some muslin that you're putting over your vinyl before you start ironing. But since I have that Teflon plate, I'm just gonna iron directly on the vinyl. So I'm going to press this open, and then we can go right over it with the iron. And then we are going to open it up after it's seamed together, and we're gonna add a double edge stitch here. This is gonna help keep the vinyl nice and flat because it's not gonna wanna stay nice and flat because it's not regular fabric. Let's take a look at the double edge stitch we just put in. Take a look at how nice this double edge stitch flattened out the vinyl. This technique is great for heavy, thick fabrics because it helps keep your seam nice and flat. Now it's time to sew up the sides. To sew the sides together, we're gonna place the bag right sides together, and we are going to sew up the straight sides on both sides. And then these little corners here, we're gonna take them and we are going to make our box corner. So we are going to fold it like so, sew that down, and then we will essentially have a bag. I have the sides and the bottom put together, and taking a look at this, I'm going to also add the double edge stitch down the sides to just give it a really nice finish. Check it out, our bag is really taking shape and it is looking awesome. Now I'm going to take the little strap pieces and sew them together. This one without the arrows on it is basically a backing. So I'm going to place wrong sides together, and I'm going to add a little edge stitch so that way these two pieces stay together. And I'm going to do that for both straps. Our straps are looking great. They kind of look like little devil tails. Now I'm going to sew up the bag lining that I've already cut out. So to sew this up, I'm going to place right sides together. I'm going to sew up the sides. And then I'm going to fold this back, and I'm going to create some corners the same width as my bag. And then I'm going to take this top edge, I'm going to iron this down, and then we're going to insert it into the bag. So now that I have the lining in the bag, I'm just going to sew all the way around the top, securing the top edge of that lining to the vinyl. Our lining is in, and I am loving the pink with this red. I am a pink and red girl, so this is all me. Now all we have to do is put on the straps and we'll be done. To put these straps on, we're gonna put them where this big open space is on the bag, and they are going to go right below our stitch line, lining that up real nice, and then we're gonna add a little edge stitch going all the way around. And we wanna make sure we're just going through one layer of the bag, and then it's gonna make it nice and secure, and we're gonna do the same thing to all the ends of the straps. We did it, we finished. This bag looks so cool. Let's take a look at it close up and go over the details. I really love this awesome cutout design that we created using the Momento. It was so easy to do with that. Can you imagine doing that with an X-Acto blade? Oh, it would take forever. The Momento made it so easy. I just love the double edge stitch that we added to our seams. It makes it so nice and professional looking. This project went really well. It was my first time really going through the Momento and using it. It went really smooth. I was really happy with my experience using it, and I can definitely see making these up for gifts. Such a cute little bag to give away or to use yourself. I could definitely see making a bunch of these to match all of your outfits. This is such a cool, creative bag. Really looking forward to making more Momento projects, and we're gonna try it out next using some of my garment patterns, so make sure you stay tuned for that video. Should be out sometime in the next month. So what do you guys think of the Momento, and what would you like to see me make with it? Leave that down below in the comments so that way I know what videos to make for you. Thanks so much for watching today. If you have any questions, leave it down below and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe to Sew Anastasia and hit the notification bell so you know when the new videos come out. And if you're in Chicago, come on into the design studio and take a sewing class with me in person. Or you can now take online sewing classes with me, so make sure you check those out too. Links for everything are down below in the description. And don't forget to follow me on all the social media so that way we can stay connected and creative together. Thank you so much for watching today. Bye!